Hi, this is Carl with another SOP video for managed service providers. Today I want to talk about a policy more than a procedure. And the policy is, should you do billable work first or non-billable work first? Before we get into that, let me clarify what I mean. So when I talk about something that is internal, that is work inside your company, cleaning up the service desk, or doing your email, having meetings, right? There's lots of time that is spent in your system where your technicians are doing something for you. They are having a sales meeting for you, or perhaps you might include drive time as an internal time, not charged to a client or to a specific ticket. Cool, we're going to call that internal time, only because we want to track it, but we want to note that it is not in service of a specific managed service contract or time and materials contract. It is in service of running the company as a whole. Note that internal time is why you can't have somebody be 100% billable, because they would never answer their email, they would never sit in on a meeting, they would never take any training, they would never take any exams, so forth and so on. Different story, different video. The second kind of time that we want to look at is time in service of an actual managed service contract. So if something is covered, we want to count that in terms of the billability of the technician. In other words, we want to think in terms of usable time towards a contract, even if it doesn't generate a separate invoice. Today I want to talk about truly billable labor, which is to say labor that will generate an invoice whether the client's on managed services or not. Some of you have somehow fallen into the ridiculous and absurd belief that there's a thing called all you can eat. There is no such thing as all you can eat. But if you've fallen into that, then this is all the labor you should be charging for, and you're not. And when you go bankrupt and you have to start another company and start over, you will learn not to have an all-you-can-eat contract. For everybody else who realizes that there have to be things that are billable, even if there's a contract for managed services, this is the labor that is billed separately. So for example, somebody has a managed service contract. It covers the maintenance of their entire operation, all of the desktops, all of the printers, maybe they have a server, maybe they have cloud services, but it's all covered under their managed service contract for maintenance. And then they have labor at night. That generates a separate invoice. They have labor on the holidays. That generates a separate invoice. They decide to have two people switch desks. That's a move. That's not maintenance. That generates a separate invoice. So the question is, when you look at all of your tickets in your system, should you do the labor first that is going to generate a separate invoice, or should you do the managed labor first that allows you to continue to have that recurring revenue? You see the conundrum, right? If you do the truly billable labor first, that's going to generate a separate invoice. If you do that all the time, you're going to have trouble with the clients who are paying you a flat monthly fee to provide maintenance labor. By definition, their maintenance is not being done, and so you are going to be responsible for that. So you have to be very careful how you make this decision. So where do I stand? Well, I'll be very honest with you. I think you could go either way, but my absolute primary concern is that you focus on your managed service clients. They literally allow you to keep the doors open. It is the recurring revenue from managed services that is the core of your business that allows you to know on day one of the month that the lights are paid, the employees are paid, the internet is going to stay on, right? You've got everything you need to make your business go. So I would make sure that you feel comfortable that all of the maintenance is going to be done. this actually brings up a slightly different point that you should really focus on. If you schedule as much work as possible, then you can relax a little bit and know that all that managed service maintenance labor is going to get done. For example, if you have somebody whose job is to track the monthly maintenance for each client, then you know that even though it's the first of the month, someone is going to take care of the monthly maintenance that has to be done every month at every client. And so you can relax a little bit and do some of that truly billable labor because you know that the other stuff is going to be taken care of on a regular schedule. Similarly, I love to have the priority for a new ticket automatically be set to medium, right? It's not urgent and it's not low, it's just medium, it's just normal. So if everything comes in as a normal priority, that allows you to say, okay, as a rule, let's say I want to acknowledge this within an hour, I want to start working on it or at least have it assigned to somebody within a day, and I want it to be closed within 3 days. So you are then able to schedule your work out 2 or 3 days in advance. Again, if you know that all the important stuff on a managed service contract is going to be taken care of on a regular schedule, all is good, you can then relax and go ahead and send somebody out to make a little extra money on truly billable tickets. Now, notice I didn't put in any of this project labor. Project labor is going to always be in that truly billable category. It might be flat fee labor, but it also has the advantage. It should absolutely, projects should be scheduled. So some of this is not necessarily a balance between how we get money here and how we get money here. It's a balance between how well you schedule your time. Too many people in this business own a PSA but do not use it to effectively manage their time and schedule things appropriately. And by the way, scheduling doesn't have to mean that you put things down in 1 hour blocks and block off all of your technicians for the next week. I actually don't think you should do that. Scheduling simply means that you work things from highest to lowest priority. You don't say yes to everything and treat everything like an emergency. Once you notch things down a bit and allow some things to be normal priority, then they can be done tomorrow or the next day. Again, it gives you a little bit of leeway to make a little extra money with that truly billable labor. Put your comments and questions down below. Thank you for listening. Like it if you like it. This is Carl Palchuk from Small Biz Thoughts, wishing you the best of luck in your managed service business. Here's your SOP for this video. Like it, share it, subscribe to the channel, and share it on social media. And if you haven't visited SOPforsMB.com, now's a great time to do that as well.